the far side of the airfield. I see a very large green lump. You can't really call it anything else. I'm sorry, Dave. It is a big green lump, let's face it. It's not an elegant aeroplane, right?
It's not what, sorry?
It's not an elegant aeroplane, the Chinook.
It's not elegant, no. It's a bit like Marmite. You know, you either love it or you hate it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's one of the most attractive helicopters we've got. And of course, when it's put in the hands of someone like Dave Trail, it's a fantastic display.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have proof positive that Dave Morgan is a very strange man. Don't think we hadn't noticed, Dave, but thank you for that. It is a bit like Marmite, actually. This is an amazing aeroplane. Ladies and gentlemen, from number 18 Squadron, down there at Royal Air Force Odeum, home of the entire Chinook fleet, actually. And they're currently all over the world. They're deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq and northern, well, just about everywhere. Wherever you go where the Royal Air Force is, you'll find these aircraft, because this is the Royal Air Force's heavy lift helicopter. Now, it's the size of a house. I kid you not. You can get whole vehicles inside this. You can drive a Range Rover inside it without touching the sides. In fact, you get two in there, to be honest. It's a huge aeroplane. Today, it's crewed by 3 members of 18 Squadron. The captain, as Dave Morgan already said, Dave Trail. His number 2, Andy Lamb. And then down the back, you're going to see Jason Hollingsworth. Now, Jason is videoing you here today from the display. You can see here, starting the display, showing you the power of the aircraft, making a high-speed run in, then pitching right over the top. Look at this. Hey, look at that. That's a 7-ton aeroplane pointing straight at the ground. The whole weight of the aeroplane just on 2 rotors. Now, the engine's down the back, Dave. What are those?
Avco Lycoming T55 712F, 3,750 shaft horsepower each. And the amazing thing is that the Chinook can actually lift itself. One Chinook can lift another Chinook. And that's almost unique in the helicopter world.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a thing he calls the quick stop. Look at that. High-speed run in from the right, pitch up to the vertical, slam it to a stop and let it screw back round on itself. Quick bow as well. Give him a big wave, ladies and gentlemen. He's got huge cockpit windows up there. And as I said, Jason Hollingsworth down the back, he's actually got a video camera here today. He is filming you. So lots of big waves. This is a remarkable... Now, I told you earlier these lads make a house dance. Now, I was not joking. Spiralling up and then coming back down in a really tight spiral as well, showing you just how manoeuvrable this aeroplane is. Now, this is one of the things you've got to be able to do with a Chinook, because quite often there are bad guys in the immediate vicinity of the area you want to land, your landing zone. So you've got to be able to go in at high level and drop rapidly, so you stay out of small arms fire range as long as possible, and then drop as quick as you can straight into the landing zone. That's also what the quick stop's for. You can fly as fast as possible with a load on, stop the aircraft rapidly, drop it into a little clearing. Basically, they're not just airshow techniques. Those manoeuvres are not just designed to impress the public at airshows. They also have a very important use in the real world of operations. You see Jason by the side door there. Now at this point, what he's doing is he's looking backwards. And he's saying to Dave, who's flying the aircraft, left a bit, right a bit, because Dave can't actually see where he's going when he's going backwards. Backwards and away from us, pulling up to the vertical. Now get your cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen, because once again he's going to drop like a rock in a minute. Now look at this, pitching straight down. Now that is amazing. I mean, what sort of G-forces are they pulling at the bottom of those manoeuvres, Dave?
Well, in a helicopter you don't actually produce a lot of G, but for us it's a lot. It's about 2G at the bottom of that pull-out.
That's absolutely phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen, because the thing you've got to remember is the whole weight of this massive aircraft is being taken by just 2 shafts. Those are the 2 shafts of the main rotors. So everything is... how thick are those? Are they very big bits of steel?
They're about the thickness of your leg, actually. Well, maybe not your leg, but a normal leg. About 12 inches across. You're absolutely right. Absolutely crucial to the performance of the aircraft.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is revenge of Dave Morgan for my comment about being strange because he thinks Chinooks are beautiful. Yeah, this is very true. Not mine, like, so probably about 6-8 inches thick then. But as you can see here, he's doing a thing called a roller coaster. He's pitching. Now look, good Lord. I mean, that is crazy. You will not see any other helicopter. You see now as well from that waka 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 noise, particularly when he's pulling out at the bottom of these hard manoeuvres. He's pulling into a big 180-degree wing over here. You see why it's called the Harley Davidson of the sky, because it really sounds like one of those big fat boy motorbikes. Now get ready now. Look at this. Another of these quick stop manoeuvres, just literally stopping it on a sixpence. So not only capable of taking the very big loads internally, but also externally as well. You can sling loads underneath. Now look here, sitting on the open rear ramp door, Jason Hollingsworth giving us a big wave. He's got all those big foam hands on by the look of things. But if you look up the fuselage, you can actually see straight out through the cockpit. I'm not kidding when I say this is one huge open space inside. You can get a huge number of troops, vehicles, all kinds of things inside it. You've also got hooks underneath the fuselage, which means you can strop lift things like big, heavy vehicles that you can't actually get inside the fuselage. Originally designed as the Boeing CH-47, this being the Boeing CH-47D model. Originally entering service with the United States Army, would you believe, during the Vietnam War. This is a 1960s aeroplane. It's been extensively developed ever since, and it has just been so successful, selling to air forces worldwide. And with this sort of performance, you can really see why. Now that, to my mind, is almost a stall turn, that. I mean, come on, that's fully aerobatic.
We call it a pedal turn.
Pedal turn, yeah, right. He's doing aerobatics on the slide, that's what it is. You see that great big rear ramp door as well. Just like the Hercules, it means you drive vehicles straight into the back of the Chinook. Now, the captain here, Dave Trail, he's actually a local lad. He's actually from Stenhousemuir, just down the road. So all of you watching here today who've got a ken to join the Royal Air Force, well, Dave is here to tell you, yep, local boy makes good, so to speak.
Yeah. In fact, Dave's got some family here today, and also co-pilot Andy Lamb is from Tranent, which is just down the road, and he also has some family here today.
Well, excellent, and a big welcome to them. I hope you're enjoying this, because they really are knocking the socks off this thing. Fantastic display. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just coming into land on the far side there. I think when they come back across, let's keep quiet for now, like we didn't notice what they were doing. But when they come back across, all right, they're going to get in their vehicle in a minute. When they come back across, everybody suddenly turn around and give them a huge round of applause, all right? Because basically, have you ever seen a Chinook crew turn red as a beetroot? Well, you can actually, because they embarrass really easily. Yeah, let's get the crowd to sneak up on the Chinook crew for a change. That'll be different. A fantastic display from number 18 Squadron. That really was... Oh, I just still can't believe it can do that, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, so my idea, helicopters, you know, straight and level, carrying big loads, yep, can handle that. Going up, going backwards, this sort of thing. But doing aerobatics, I mean, come on. Well, it's funny actually, because we've had sort of the history, the complete history of Royal Air Force trainers today. In fact, if we'd had a tiger mouth, we would have had actually a complete history of Royal Air Force trainers. We've seen the Chipmunk, we've seen the current aircraft, the Shooter, and very shortly we're going to be joined by another very famous local aircraft from Scottish aviation, the Bulldog. My coffee's being drugs tested, apparently. Somebody just said, how can you keep talking for that long, that fast? Never mind. As I said, very local aircraft, Scottish Aviation Bulldog. There's particularly one owned by Angus, Duke of Hamilton.
You know, we probably carry more fuel